Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is your boy Coozco, and I'm bringing you another Destiny 2 build video here today, and the build of choice this time is a Gyrfalcon's updated Season 21 build. As we all know, Gyrfalcons is probably the best hunter exotic in the game next to Star Eater Scales and Assassin's Cowl, and it has been for a long time. Therefore, every single season, there is always a Gyrfalcons build that is running rampant, and that is exactly what we are going to go over today based off of the Season 23 artifact mods. Moving straight into our Night Stalker build, you can run whatever super you want. I run Deadfall just because it's a little bit better for ad clear, and the buff on Spectral Blades just isn't too good in my opinion, and it is the same for your abilities. You can run whatever abilities you want. As for your dodge, your jump, and your grenade, but for your aspects, you want to be running Vanishing Step and Stylish Executioner. Vanishing Step, obviously when we dodge, we will go invisible every single time, and then Stylish Executioner, this is going to help us keep our invis activated while we are in the midst of a fight. Defeating a weakened, suppressed, or volatile target grants invisibility and true sight. After performing a Stylish Executioner, your next melee attack while invisible weakens targets as well. Moving on to our fragments, we have Echo of Starvation, Echo of Remnants, Echo of Undermining, and Echo of Persistence. Echo of Starvation is going to give us Devour every single time we pick up an Orb of Power or a Void Breach. This does have a -10 on recovery, but that is fine. We're not really too worried about stats. As you can see, mine are looking horrendous. As for Echo of Remnants, this is going to give our Vortex Grenade, Void Wall Grenade, Void Spike, and Axion Bolt Grenade all extra duration or increased effects. Speaking of grenades, we also have Echo of Undermining to weaken targets whenever we use our grenades on them. And then last but not least, we have Echo of Persistence to increase the effects of our Invisibility, Overshield, and Devour. And yes, we will have Overshield and Devour on top of our Invisibility, with a couple mods from the artifact and a couple mods on our gear. Moving straight into the artifact before we go into the mods, you have to make sure that you have authorized void mods on, as well as Onto the Breach, Protective Breach, Countercharge, Supernova, and squad goals. First of all, Unto the Breach, defeating a void debuff target creates a void breach while your subclass is equipped. We are going to create a void breach every single time we get a kill because we always have volatile rounds with Gyrfalcons. On top of that, Protective Breach, this is how we get our Overshield. Picking up a void breach gives you an Overshield or refreshes your existing Overshield. That is huge for survivability, so make sure you have that on as well. And then also Supernova. Picking up a void breach causes your next source of void damage to create a large weakening pulse. And this is going to help to make sure that every enemy we come into contact with is weakened, giving us that damage boost. And then we have our two support mods being Countercharge and Squad Goals. Countercharge is going to give you a stack of armor charge whenever you stun a champion, and Squad Goals, which is going to give your teammates Devour if you perform a finisher while having Devour procced. And as for the mod side of things, you want to make sure that you have on double bolstering detonation for that grenade recharge rate, as well as an impact induction for some melee cooldown, just because your melee will probably be pretty low on this build. On top of that, we also run double void reserves with a heavy ammo finder, heavy ammo scout, and void siphon on the helmet. And then with the void reserves, we go with a concussive dampener just to make sure we're not taking too much damage. As for your legs, we are running 3 void surge mods. And then on the cloak, we are going with double bomber for that grenade cooldown again to make sure that we have our grenades always. And then powerful attraction. Whenever we use our class ability, we are going to pick up the orbs that are nearby us. And that is the whole build for you guys. I'm going to go over 2 more things before I get out of your guys' hair. And the first thing is weapon synergy. Weapons that I believe to be very good for this build. Starting off with exotics, I wanted to tell you guys that Ruinous Effigy is probably the best weapon for ad clear in this game for this build. And the main reason for this being, every single time you kill an enemy, you get that transmutation sphere. And what you can do with a transmutation sphere while you are invisible is insane. You can run directly up to a group of 10 or more ads and slam directly in the middle. And as long as all of those enemies are red bar minor enemies, or even if they're yellow bar enemies, it can still take them out in one shot, depending on how much health they have. Slamming one sphere will do 85,000 damage to any enemy that is in the radius of the sphere. Now, I did test if the Ruinous Effigy's firing modes with the transmutation sphere gets a damage increase with the ×3 Void Surge mods. However, it does not change at all. You are only running the Void Surge mods for that base laser damage or for your heavy weapon damage. It is not going to work with the spheres, just keep that in mind. But doing 85,000 every single slam is plenty of damage. You don't honestly need any more damage because what you are using the sphere for is ad clear. You will not be using the sphere for boss. You're honestly just going to pull out your heavy, and if you don't have heavy, you're just going to use your beam. Also, I did use tractor cannon a bit just because it is a lot easier to get in front of enemies while you are invisible with a tractor cannon, and it suppresses them instantaneously, so it is a very fun gun. However, since your void grenades do weaken and your melee ability does weaken as well as your super, the tractor cannon just really isn't too good of an option. Therefore, I would have to go with Ruinous Effigy and Wave Splitter being my top 2 picks for this build. Moving on to legendary weapons, if you have the Tidal, which was the Guardian Games weapon from last season, if you have one with repulsor brace on it, it's another great choice as well. I was using that quite a bit on top of grenade launchers. If you have any void frame grenade launchers such as the Deafening Whisper or the Harsh Language, those are both great options as well, or even just any grenade launcher. If you have a Regnant, the God Roll Regnant auto-loading holster explosive light, this thing does numbers with the ×3 surge and the explosive light proc. And of course, corrective measures as well if you want to sit back and just fire LMG rounds that have volatile, as well as being able to take down barriers, that just switch to corrective measures. And that is it for the build, you all. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help me out to push more videos. And as always, before I get out of here, I hope you all appreciate everything and everyone around you. I love you all, and have a great day.
Are there any like cool Demon Slayer waifu cosplays over there?
Actually, no.
Like any baddies?
Actually, no. There was one that like everyone was fucking taking pictures of.
Of or with?
Of.
That's weird.
No, I mean like they were like doing like a, it's almost like a fucking photo shoot.
Yeah. I thought it was like nerd
No.
cell phones.
No.
I think it's so weird how like people will go up to people in like cosplay and be like, "Oh, can I take a picture of you?"
Yeah, that is a little
That's kinda
weird.
Picture with is like weird, but of is even weirder. Well, what's
The
more
ants
weird?
of an
Taking a picture
collection.
with or of?
With or of is,
Of
is weirder.
But like, it's not that weird if they know that you're taking a picture of them, right?
I mean, like it's just like
Maybe they
odd.
just
Like,
don't
why are
wanna,
you
like,
taking a
get it.
picture of them?
Because they're so beautiful. Yeah, maybe.
Joey, do you take pictures of?
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, I do actually do it. I actually have a picture of a cosplay from myself from a convention.
Oh, that's you
And
though.
me standing
That's
next
not-
to like, it's funny. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to take a. It was like a guy and his girlfriend dressed as Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. Like, I gotta find this picture actually. I don't know.
Ken goes crazy.